Hello, everyone. My name is Naya Smith. It is my pleasure to greet you from my parents' backyard in Rabonia. As we ride out this mandatory quarantine, I feel so blessed to be able to spend time with my family and to be somewhere safe. I hope you all are as well. Before I begin, I ask your patience that you bear with me. I live in the country. I can currently hear the sound of roosters crowing. I also hear my neighbors. I hear the sounds of nature. The occasional car blaring music drives by. It is what it is. I'm working with what I got. Um, what is normal has changed so significantly in such a short amount of time. So, as I introduce myself, I would like to share some of my core interests and values and hobbies that I don't think will change regardless of climate. The first of which is my faith. So, it's Sunday afternoon. I have recorded this speech so many times, but I've come to just accept this is my normal. It's a little bit loud. I I think that's fair and actually very honest. So, on a typical Sunday, I go to church. I always have. Usually I go to two services. I like to sit in one service and take notes. This is how I meditate on the idea all week long. Sundays are like the way that I reset my mind and have a fresh perspective for the upcoming week. It's also a time for me to spend with my family, typically having dinner. If I'm not living near my family, I do it with my friends or other members of my community. Um, Sunday's super special that way. Usually on a Sunday, I will go to one service to attend and a second service to serve. I like to volunteer. Usually with the children's ministry, I help lead Sunday school, sometimes choreographing dances for the children to learn. If I'm not working with the children, then I like working with the host team, which means standing at the front door, greeting everyone as they come in, and thanking them for investing their time and being a part of our community. This brings me to my next kind of core value, which is hospitality. As a Southern girl, hospitality has been ingrained in me since I was a little child. I've been working in the food and beverage industry for about 10 years now. I think one of the reasons why I've been able to build a career out of hospitality is because it's also part of my faith. As a Christian, I follow Jesus, who was a Jew. And kind of the core of the Jewish faith would be the Ten Commandments. When asked which was the most important commandment, Jesus says, well, there's two. Two important components of our faith that fall into two categories. The first is to love God, and the second is to love people. So the way that I love people is through service. I like to either serve in my community, I like to serve my guests, I like to serve God. And so these are kind of like fundamental elements of who I am as a person. My third interest is travel. I love to travel. Almost 3 years ago, I hopped on a Greyhound bus with everything I have and moved to New York City. I was answering a Craigslist ad for a 5-star restaurant asking for a hostess, which was exactly my skill set. So I arrived at midnight and I was at the open call for the restaurant at 7 a.m. the following morning, and I got the job. Living in New York City opened so many doors for me. It exposed me to so many cultures and so many types of people, and it's an experience that I will treasure for the rest of my life. I moved back to Florida almost a year ago, and I'm also really grateful for that decision as well. But I do have the travel bug, and I cannot wait for my next opportunity to travel. I think that everyone should travel if they get the chance. And sometimes the opportunity doesn't present itself, it's something that we have to make. The reason why I like traveling is because it presents the opportunity to learn about other cultures. I think all people are important, and learning about culture is an easy way to demonstrate empathy. Empathy is another way that we can love one another. One of my favorite ways to learn about culture is through food. So it all kind of comes back full circle. I love food. I love sitting at a table, breaking bread with other people, and learning about what they eat, how they live, and what interests them. So as I bring this speech to a close, I'm looking forward to learning about the rest of you in our online community. I can't wait to hear about what you like to do, what you're interested in, and what your hobbies are. Thanks so much for your time. I look forward to your sharing as well.